Excited to share with you our theme for this month, and it is power up your letting go habits. Don't you find yourself, your body, your mind, your spirit is feeling overwhelmed? I don't know about you, but I have been. I've been feeling like, oh my gosh, the monkey mind is back. Got a lot of things going on. And so it's really important the habits that you do daily, because you see that accumulates over time. So I know a lot of us are on the stress treadmill. We've got a lot of things coming at us. So that's why these success habits are game changers. So let's jump in. You know, I use my 4 rooms formula in my book, The Powerhouse in You, along with any training sessions or keynotes that I do. And so here we go. So first, letting go. Number 1 is have daily reflection time. Give yourself the grace of 10 to 15 minutes, whether you're a morning person, whether it's at night, and just reflect on what was a thumbs up or a high from my day. What was maybe not so great in the day, and what was the lesson that I learned? Very powerful, because you see, the more that we let things simmer inside, they are going to stir into something bigger, and you don't want that. Number 2 is that we got to prioritize. I love that question. My number 1 priority is to figure out my number 1 priority. So constantly be looking at how can you prioritize. You know, from my book, I do talk about, I'm the queen of mind mapping, is I take a look at putting everything on one page. So please, if you don't have my book, reach out to me. I'll send it a picture of this particular section of my book, because it's really important to take a look at, are my expectations realistic of myself today? Part of what happens to a lot of us, and our knickers get too tight, is because we're not being realistic in our expectations. So prioritize. The third one is time blocking. It's very important that we time block. You schedule in time to focus in on that project, follow up with that client, follow up with that team member, follow up with whatever it may be. But you see, we have so many distractions coming at us, and then we beat ourselves up for not getting things done, or we're busy at home working to the late hours to get things taken care of. It's really important. Let your team know, let your assistant know, this is my time. We know through research that 90 minutes is a key blocking time. I realize for some of you that's not a reality, so maybe it's 30 minutes, but you literally block time off so you can get into that brain power of yours and really focus on whatever it is you need to do. The other thing, which I think is really, really important, is that you need to actually make sure that you're having some mindful moments. Mindful moments. That's perfect that he went by so loud. Mindful moments every single day. Why? Because it's in that pause where the sanity lives. So it's like maybe even saying to yourself, oh, I let go of anything that's not serving me well. Do it with me now. I let go of anything that's not serving me well. Anything and everything that's not serving me well, right? Another thing I think is important is we need to look at delegation. We need to stop trying to be all things to all people. So where in your schedule today can you let go? I had somebody reach out to me because I had said I was going to create a certain support group, and her and I are on the same playing field. I said, look, I'm so busy right now. I've got some travel coming up, a lot of training. Is there any way I can tag you on this, right? So for me, it was giving myself the grace of saying, hey, you know what? I said I would initiate this, but life happens, right? Life just happens. The final one, which is really important, is self-care. Scheduling in me time. You need to go into your calendar and say whatever you want to say in there. Other team members get to see your schedule, and maybe it's good anyway if you put me time. So whatever helps you to let go. I know that I have had the opportunity to do retreats around the world. One of them I've learned from people is have a little box, whether it's give it to God, higher power, whatever it is. I have actually in our kitchen, it's a special table that it was my grandmother's table, so it has a lot of sentimental value. So in there, if I'm worried about something, I literally write down the person's name, the situation, whatever. I pop it in that box and I say, I now let go. I let go. You might think, oh, that sounds corny, but you know what? The truth of it is, when we get it out of our brain, that we do not now need to obsess or ruminate over it. It's that simple. Whether you're a journal writer and you burn it out, that's great. Another great one is yoga. As you know, I'm a Pilates instructor. Yoga with Adriene on YouTube, totally free. She does all kinds of stuff on overthinking yoga, stretching, but letting go is a big one as well. So I hope this has been helpful. I know I've been chatty because it is rather cold out here, but I just thought, what better than have the landscape behind me? Have yourself a beautiful day. Would love for you to share this with your team or with me. Let me know what key habit has worked best for you.